Wormhole to another world. I say teleport. I say come forth. I say coco koi popo poi. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean say boss. Wow. Now listen to me right now. I'm about to search me up like always. Deal for the entertainment, right? Because you know I'm a one-man pushing deal for entertainment. Everything I said on my mouth, yo, you need to go check it. If I'm cuckoo or not. Now this video is how the human race operate. Whatever you teach the human is how they operate on. Understand? This in this world, I know this from what I am doing. Right? This is where this knowledge comes from. I know this that everybody have been set knowledge. Right? Meaning if the Puerto Rican come up in our culture and you give him a set knowledge from his little, in his mind, that's how it goes. If you're teaching about God in that knowledge or that language, yo, he gonna say this is how it goes. He's not gonna want to like drift away from it and go learn something new because he already stuck on stupid. He's not gonna like go analyze to see if it's really like that. If you teach all of the Caribbean them in the island and tell them, well, this is how when you die, that's it. There's no more life after that. God gonna come through the heavens and save you. All of them, from that time, once he's smaller, you teach him that person or a woman or a man gonna grow up and think it's like that. God gonna save him, he gonna come through the sky and save him. If a man now like me, who didn't go to the Harvard school or college degree, right? Who analyze things and study things and say it back, because the first wisdom and the first knowledge was divine wisdom. Understand? The same thing like divine laws. You study nature, you watch what God created, and you give it back to the human, and mankind discover how to do ink. Now he start to write. Understand? That's when God give him words and God give him knowledge and mathematics, right? So whatever I know, come and say to them, right away he gonna say, I'm sick. I have 3 young girls across the street. I ever write songs of them. I'm not disrespecting them, but I use them as my example. The people them, the government around them, or the people around them say, yo, he's sick. He's crazy. But they custom on what they teach them. So I'm watching. So all right, you teach them this from kindergarten to junior high school to high school. So if I come and say this like that, right away, that person around that person who teach them that going to say, yo, it's nothing like that. Understand? So the human operating on what you teach them. Understand? If you say this person is out his mind, yo, all of them gonna say the person out his mind. If they say, well, that person is sick, he's crazy, he's mental retarded, all of them gonna be like, yes, it's like that because it's whatever you teach them and operates on. But the smart human, maybe 1% out of all the hundreds, will maybe take its time and go check if it's like that. And that would be the goddamn government. Society, no. In my time, I coming up, I have 2 friends. If you tell them something, yo, they might laugh, ha ha ha. But you know what they will go do? Go do them research to see if it's like that. Understand? So, yo, all right, Jamaican will be like that. That's what he said. Here one now. I man gonna check that. And then they will come back to me and say, how did you know that? How did you see that? And I'm gonna explain, and then I say, oh, and then they add their 2 cents in it. So me and those human was connected. Even till this day, if I see them, I could talk to them and they keep their language. And they might not understand certain things until I say it, and they might enlighten me too. Understand? That's how it goes. So it's only few human like learn something and give room to learn other things. Understand? I kick a video on the dinosaur, and only few of them might graph it to realize this earth is real old. Population was here before, technology was here before. We just in one dimensions of the earth. That's all that it is. You understand? And the next thing I learned about like dating situation in our culture, somebody tell them how to date, like how they see their mother do it and their father do it, right? So if you don't meet a female who come up in a home where her mother and her father dating, and she see that all around him, and you come and be like, yo, I want you to be a part of my 8th wife. Can you join my wife? They're going to look at you like you're crazy. Understand? Because they don't grow up like that. Anybody, if you go somewhere like down in Africa and some part of America that allow like polygamy, it'll be more understandable. So I'm noticing that it's only what you see and learn and teach you operate on. But what the human need to do now is to make room for other knowledge. You understand? If you study Jesus, you got to study the devil. How you gonna have how you gonna just walking on one side and don't know it? This is why they give you balance. They give you a 5 finger. They give you on another hand a 5. They got the left and the right. That means balance. So if you learn Jesus, you gotta learn darkness. How you gonna rule? He give you 2 feet to walk like that. You understand? So if you study Jesus, you gotta study the devil. You understand? That means if you study good, you have to study evil. You understand? So you could know when evil upon you. You could know when an evil spell upon you. You could know when an evil person upon you. You could know when an evil angel below you, or behind you, or be up above. Or you know when you deal with an evil one. But if you only know study one line, you're not gonna know nothing. And this is what they do to society. They teach them of Jesus in their churches, and then in the Bible they bash the devil. But if you're really in your own mind, you go check up a book on the devil. And the devil have a Bible. The devil have Psalms. Understand? But it's good and evil. Light and darkness. Today is a day night. Today's day when I'm doing this video. And it's still a day night because later on it's going to be night. And that to show you that you could study the night, you could study the day. You could study the evil, you could study the light. Understand? But the human race don't see it.